Every successful practice has a moment no one brags about. It's a miss, a mistake, a setback. Fail Forward is a short series where dentists and practice owners share the failure that forced them to grow and the change that made everything better. This is where progress really begins.
I learned during my, I guess you could call it entrepreneurial growth, that really failure is just feedback. And I think for a long time, if I thought I failed at something, that it means, maybe you aren't cut out for it, or, you're not enough, or whatever it may be. But really, my mentor taught me about failure being just feedback, and maybe it's just something you need to adjust to, get more reps in, whatever the case is. And so one example, though, of really kind of like a failure, I would call it, and a setback for me personally in my leadership role at Crimson Media Dental Marketing was I oftentimes, if I, in a group setting, thought that I knew the answer or knew the solution to something, I would speak up too quickly and just kind of lay out the plan on what I think we should do, what the strategy should be, how we should respond, whatever it may be. And what I learned is in doing that, I was really becoming a roadblock in my team. I wasn't letting my team be problem solvers. I wasn't letting them critically think, because they just kind of knew that Shane would have the solution and would map it all out. And my ultimate goal, I believe, as a leader is to help empower others on my team to make the right decision through experience and thinking through problems and solving those problems, or at least coming up with solutions to present, for those problems. I love the concept of the 1-3-1 method, where it's you have a team member come to you with one problem, and then they provide 3 possible solutions, and then one best solution that they believe for that problem. And we've implemented that in my company, and it's been a game changer for everybody on the team. And for me as a leader, it's allowed me now to realize that even though I may think I know the answer or have the strategy, and I could maybe easily respond and answer that, I'm not doing my team any favors by just speaking up and blurting out what I think the strategy should be. So that is what I've really worked on, and I'm still working on it to this day, is how do I keep my mouth closed, observe, listen, and try to provide maybe a question that gets asked to me with a question back to that team member, right? So that's where that 1-3-1 problem solving has come into play, and it's been really helpful. So now that I think that way and, catch myself, I literally have a sticky note on my desk that says, ask, listen and ask. And so now that I have that, what it's done is definitely empowered our team to not only spot potential problems or roadblocks, but be able to come up with potential solutions that we can discuss that can lead to, the desired result that we're looking for, which then allows them to learn. And then in doing so, in my opinion, that makes me a better leader, because now they're empowered to come up with solutions, make those decisions, and really just expand their skill set. And I think that that's really what the job of a leader is. It's not to be the problem solver, which is what I was for a very long time, but rather to be someone who is there to help the team come up with the solutions to that problem. So that has been a massive mindset shift for me. And I highly recommend to anybody out there, whether you're leading a team or leading in a group of some sort, try the 1-3-1 method if you find yourself trying to problem solve a lot of issues that seem to get brought to you. 1 main problem, 3 possible solutions, and 1 best solution. And I would love to hear what the results are from that.
Before you move on, write down your own fail forward moment, the one that changed how you think, lead, or decide today. And if you're willing, share it inside our Facebook group, the Dental Marketer Society Facebook group. There's going to be a link in the show notes below. And your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.